Welcome back to season 31 of 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. I'm your host, Gino Reda. Time now for the CJHL Report. The Canadian Junior Hockey League brings together the 115 teams in 9 Junior A leagues involving over 2,500 players from right across the country. The Central Canadian Hockey League returned to the ice this past weekend after play was shut down because of provincial COVID regulations for nearly 2 months. Now join us is Alex Armstrong. He's the owner, the head coach, and the general manager of the legendary Pembroke Lumber Kings. Alex, welcome to the show. I say legendary because this franchise, this organization has been along for many, many years. How long have you actually owned them?
I was fortunate enough to purchase it in 2019, and I wouldn't recommend anybody buying a business when COVID hits, right? So, yeah, it's a lot of rich history here, Gino. It has, like I tell, we're recruiting kids. It has nothing to do with me. The town itself and all the people have been through the Lumber Kings organization over the years, from players and coaches, obviously. Sheldon Keefe being in Toronto now, still stays in touch. Very close to his heart still. Brian Murray was here, Jim Montgomery was here as coaches and GMs, and the players. Mason McTavish just went 3rd overall. Dale McTavish owned the team after Sheldon did. So and he played in the NHL. Dale has lots of history too. So there's so much rich history here. It's like owning Montreal Canadiens or Toronto Maple Leafs.
Exactly.
So it's
what was it like to be in that 60-day shutdown, though? That must have been torture.
It's tough. I think it's even harder on the kids. I think, you hope it's going to be shut down, go back in the beginning of January. Then, obviously we have to follow the provincial guidelines. And I think Kevin Abrams, our commissioner, does an outstanding job, and along with the rest of our teams, our league, just, sticking it out. And for the kids, it's tough. I had to send a kid to the States. The school wanted to see him play early January. He ended up getting committed to Clarkson. So that's arguably the best player in the league and our top scorer. Yeah. Did I want to do it? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for the individual. He's been here 4 years, an outstanding kid. And, my heart would break, if we didn't open up when we were supposed to open up at the end of January, beginning of February. We couldn't take that opportunity. The kids worked so hard to get an opportunity to play at the next level. Full ride to Clarkson's a pretty good opportunity for him. So it was tough being shut down. Lots of players in the league went elsewhere. Just the unknown was so much uncertainty, and we have to remember that the window for these junior players is so small. Easy for us to sit back and say stay, and be a little bit selfish because we all want to win. But at the end of the day, I understand where they're coming from, and we were fortunate enough to open back up, and we'll just have to move forward here. But it wasn't easy, and especially the kids. I feel bad for them. They've missed enough hockey here the last 2 years. So the window's so small to play junior hockey, and I'm just fortunate if we started back up here.
We're in conversation with Alex Armstrong, the owner, head coach, and general manager of the Pembroke Lumber Kings. Just before the shutdown, you guys were playing some great hockey. You were tied for 2nd overall in the Central Canadian Hockey League. Talk to me about your team and the overall structure of this club, and how deep you think these guys can go this year.
Well, obviously the loss of Brady Eagan, is arguably the best player in the league and our team captain and leading scorer in the league. That's a real kick in the pants for sure. But I just said the kids is no different. If he gets injured before playoffs, knock on wood, he breaks his leg, and we have to move forward as a team. One player doesn't make a team, and we've got outstanding goaltending here. Our back end is real good, and we're gonna have to score by committee up front. We got some real good forwards, that are on the top of the league in scoring. So, we'll move forward and take it day by day. There's lots of good teams in this league, 1 through 7. It's you lose 2 in the week, and you can go from 2nd to 5th pretty quick. So the parity of the league is real good, and for us, we'll just take it day by day, and we'll continue to move forward here. And like I said, the way the schedule is set up, we're playing basically every second day to squeeze the games, and our playoffs was February 4th, 5th, and it's going to be a grind, but it's what we're here for. The kids missed a lot of hockey, so I'm sure they're happy playing every second day.
You mentioned Sheldon Keefe. I want to get back to him now. After you bought the team, he actually reached out to you. He used to be the head coach back when they won the national championship in 2011. What made him reach out to you, and what was that conversation like?
I think this is where his roots are. I think we all know Sheldon's story. An outstanding individual. Obviously a great coach, but probably even a better person, right? Very humble guy, very quiet guy. He reached out and he said, congratulations. If there's anything I can do for you, reach out to me.
Wow.
I it was very very thoughtful and kind of him, considering the positions he's in. Right, he's the head coach of Toronto Maple Leafs, and there's obviously we know the pressure that comes with coaching in Toronto. So for him to take the time to reach out and say, if I can do anything for you, just give me a call. And I've stayed in touch with him, but at the same time too, I know he has a job to do, and not an easy job coaching the National Hockey League. And we've chatted back and forth a bit, and he's pointed out a few things, and he's been great. And considering all the pressure he's under, and obviously the everyday grind they go in the National Hockey League. So it was very welcoming on my part. You said this is still near and dear to his heart, and hopefully we can bring back what he started here.
Pembroke is the oldest franchise in the Central Canadian Hockey League. I think they started operation back in 1961. You personally, what made you, I know you've been involved at various levels of hockey in other leagues, but what personally made you think, hey, I wouldn't mind being involved in ownership of a franchise in this league?
I've been in this league a long time. I grew up in Ottawa, so we grew up in minor hockey. Your goal is to play in this league, and if you're really talented at that age group, 15, you're lucky enough you play in the OHL. So, Pembroke Lumber Kings, like I said, the rich history here. It's a great barn to play in. The fans are very enthusiastic, very passionate here. It's like I said, it's like going to Toronto. If you lose a game, you may not know the fan, but they know who you are, and you're not afraid to reach out and say, "Hey, what happened last night?" And you sort of get caught in the headlights like a deer, and it's, do I know you, so to speak? And they're very up with the hockey here in town. At the end of the day, they're very passionate, and that's great for the community, great for the kids. And when we play at home here, it's pretty loud, and we all know what home ice can do for a team come playoff time. Just look at Toronto or Montreal.
Alex, great catching up with you. Congratulations. It's a tough time to take over a franchise, just the start of this pandemic, but it's coming around, and you'll be able to enjoy it down the road. Congratulations on all you've accomplished. Good luck, and we'll chat again.
Thanks very much, Gino. Again, on behalf of myself, and I hope to speak for the rest of the teams across the country. Thanks for all you do for covering junior hockey. It's greatly appreciated, and continue the good work, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for those very kind words. That was Pembroke Lumber Kings owner, head coach, and general manager Alex Armstrong. And that wraps up this week's CJHL Report, the Canadian Junior Hockey League. Your future is here. Still inside 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine, he helped our nation win a gold medal at the 2008 World Junior Hockey Championship. And now he's playing for the New Jersey Devils. We'll check in with Jonathan Bernier in this week's edition of Where Are They Now? You're listening to Canada's only nationally syndicated junior hockey radio show. This is season 31 of 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. And don't forget, you can listen and subscribe to the complete podcast by checking out any of your favorite podcast platforms.